What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Roundball Rants. Today, we're stepping away from the usual player talk, trades, and game discussion to focus on the people who actually run the show, the commissioners of the NBA. Not coaches, not GMs, but the visionaries whose decisions shape the league, culture, business, and the way we watch basketball worldwide. This episode is titled Commissioners of Change, David Stern versus Adam Silver. We're diving into the golden age under David Stern, the modern global digital era under Adam Silver, crisis management, media rights, international expansion, fan behavior, cultural impact, and player empowerment, the whole 9 yards. Watching the NBA under David Stern felt like watching a spark turn into a bonfire. Then Adam Silver takes over, making the league global, digital, and interactive. Two very different approaches, but both brilliant in their own right. So grab your coffee, water, or your Gatorade, and let's jump in. David Joel Stern was born in New York City and raised in New Jersey. He went to Columbia Law School and was a lifelong Knicks fan. Stern never played professionally, but he had a sharp mind for the legal and business side of basketball. He started as outside counsel for the NBA, became general counsel, then executive vice president, and in 1984 took over as commissioner of the National Basketball Association. At the time, the league was struggling. Drug scandals were rampant, teams were uneven, ratings were declining, and internationally, the NBA barely had a presence. David Stern's vision was revolutionary. Build a brand, not just a league. He marketed not teams, but players. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan, transforming them into global icons. The 1992 Dream Team wasn't just a tournament, it was a worldwide event that brought basketball to every corner of the globe. Crisis management was part of Stern's DNA. The malice at the palace, chaos on live TV, fines, suspensions, Stern maintained league credibility. During Magic Johnson's HIV announcement, Stern publicly supported him and educated the public, turning a potential PR disaster into a teaching moment for the sport and society as a whole. David Stern revolutionized media rights. NBC, Turner, ESPN. These weren't just contracts, they were tools for exposure. Revenue funded the WNBA, NBA TV, and the D-League. League valuation skyrocketed from $400 million to $12 billion under his leadership. He codified professionalism with dress codes, anti-drug policies, and image standards. Internationally, David Stern pushed the NBA into China, Europe, and Latin America, personally lobbying networks to broadcast games in emerging markets. David Stern's influence on global basketball culture cannot be overstated. By the time he retired, basketball was a recognizable and respected sport in countries where it had barely been played before. The groundwork he laid for international leagues and youth programs is still benefiting players and fans today. Remember, the dress code wasn't superficial. It protected the brand, the players, and the league's image for decades. If you have thoughts on David Stern's legacy or a favorite Stern-era moment, call in the show at 216-452-8813. We'll share your takes on a later episode. Fast forward to 2014. Adam Silver becomes commissioner, inheriting a strong league, but facing digital media, social platforms, global audiences, and player empowerment. Stern built the stage, but Adam Silver runs the show. Crisis management under Silver is decisive. Donald Sterling, lifetime ban and a forced sale within days. COVID-19 bubble, strict protocols, 0 outbreaks, a full season completed. Social justice controversies. Silver balanced league protection, player voice, and global credibility. Media rights aren't just TV anymore. Streaming, League Pass, YouTube, TikTok, and all sorts of social media. Silver's contracts generate global engagement. Exposure alone isn't enough. Projected $75 billion in media revenue proves the model works. Silver expanded the NBA globally through NBA 2K League, African academies, and partnerships across Asia. Player empowerment is front and center. Mental health initiatives, activism, and social justice campaigns flourish with commissioner support. Keeping fans' attention across platforms and continents is the modern-day challenge. Social media campaigns, interactive League Pass features, and global watch parties transform fan experiences. Adam Silver builds a connected, participatory community. Inclusivity and accessibility are reshaping the league. International players, women in leadership, youth development programs are all part of Silver's forward-thinking approach. He personally negotiated with Chinese authorities over team controversies, balancing business interests, player autonomy, and public perception, a complexity that David Stern never faced. Adam Silver merges digital innovation, social responsibility, and global strategy, taking the NBA to new heights. David Stern laid the foundation for. The NBA is now a worldwide brand, a cultural phenomenon, and a digital powerhouse. In addition, Adam Silver has encouraged innovation in fan experience, from augmented reality initiatives to interactive broadcasts, making the league more engaging for younger, tech-savvy audiences. He also supports programs that highlight emerging international stars, creating pipelines that continue David Stern's global expansion in modern context. Let's talk about TV ratings. During the Stern era, ABC averaged 5.11 million viewers, TNT about 2.45 million, and the 2014 finals hit around 15.5 million viewers. Adam Silver's era ratings are a little bit different. Regular season averages were 1.53 million, ABC only at about 2.68 million, and at first glance, it's a drop. But context matters. Streaming, international viewers, social media, and cord cutting all change the picture. Playoffs. During the Stern era games, 10 to 15 million viewers. During the Adam Silver era, only 5 to 8 on TV. But there are millions streaming. Stern created appointment viewing, whereas Silver manages attention in a fragmented digital world. Fan behavior shifted as well. During the Stern era, TV, magazines, and weekly hype led the discussion. Meanwhile, during the Adam Silver era, real-time, mobile-first, interactive stats, highlights, and commentary allow social reactions simultaneously and in real time. Economically, Stern monetized attention via ratings and advertising, whereas Adam Silver monetizes streaming, digital licensing, global sponsorships, and micro content. Events like the All-Star Game and Summer League show generational differences. Silver era fans stream live globally, Stern era fans watched broadcast TV. The same goal: engagement. Add this to the rise of social media analytics and fan metrics under Adam Silver. Engagement isn't just viewership anymore, it's interaction, sentiment, and global reach. It's a fundamentally different way to measure a league's success, showing how Adam Silver had to innovate behind what David Stern had established. Do you notice a change in how you follow the NBA? Call in at 216-452-8813. I'd love to hear how you digest your modern day NBA today. David Stern influenced fashion, mainstream, credibility, and media exposure. He made basketball cool. Players were role models, and he pushed social responsibility and consistent athletic representation. Stern expanded into international markets, putting basketball in movies, magazines, and early digital content. David Stern era fans idolized and followed it meticulously. Adam Silver doesn't just make basketball cool, he makes it interactive. Social media highlights, TikTok trends, memes, and live streaming mean fans aren't just watching, they're reacting, sharing, and contributing again in real time. The NBA becomes a conversation to have in the moment, not just a spectacle to sit around and talk about after the fact. Player empowerment is central under Adam Silver's vision. Athletes lead social justice campaigns, promote mental health, and participate in community outreach. David Stern set expectations for respect and professionalism. Adam Silver gives players a voice and a platform. David Stern cultivated discipline and admiration, whereas Adam Silver cultivates dialogue and engagement. One creates a narrative, the other extends it and invites participation. The fan experience evolves from a passive consumption to active involvement, making basketball a living, breathing cultural phenomenon. And let's not forget the crossover moments, fashion lines, sneaker culture, music collaborations. Adam Silver has amplified these while David Stern paved the way for mainstream acceptance. Additionally, Silver's approach has fostered global community events, interactive fan challenges, and youth engagement programs that David Stern had laid the groundwork for, demonstrating a multi-layered cultural influence extending from players to fans worldwide. David Stern laid the blueprint. Adam Silver takes it further. Stern delivered credibility, infrastructure, stars, and a global reach. Silver manages complexity, digital reach, social engagement, and player empowerment. Economically, David Stern increased valuation, TV rights, and sponsorships, whereas Adam Silver drives digital monetization, international deals, social media partnerships, and merchandising. David Stern monetized attention. Adam Silver monetizes interaction and global reach. Culturally, David Stern instilled professionalism. Adam Silver fosters inclusion, activism, and fan participation. Stern-era players followed rules. Silver-era players shaped the narratives. Both define the league's reputation and global relationship. Internationally, David Stern put basketball on the map. Adam Silver brought it into digital homes worldwide. Where Stern opened doors, Silver invites fans to co-create the experience. To break it down simply, David Stern is about credibility and respect, whereas Adam Silver is adaptability and relevance. Call in with your take at 216-452-8813. Which era of basketball do you most relate with? Is it the modern era and Adam Silver? Or are you a fan pining for nostalgia in the David Stern era of basketball? Again, 216-452-8813. Your take will be featured on a future episode. Now imagine if David Stern never globalized the league. Would basketball be mainstream worldwide? If Adam Silver never embraced social media and streaming, would the NBA had ever reached Gen Z? Crisis response differs by era. Stern navigated traditional media, whereas Silver manages instant digital controversies. Player impact. Stern-era player stars had crafted images. Silver-era stars are brand co-creators. Respect versus conversation, shaping fan behavior and league policy. Silver's embrace of digital platforms also transforms storytelling. Fans can interact with the narrative. Live stats, polls, commentary, like the one you're listening to now. Created 24/7 in an engagement cycle. Stern creates the foundation, whereas Silver built a participatory global culture. These commissioners didn't just run a sport, they shaped culture, a global fan base, and a digital empire. David Stern built the vision. Adam Silver keeps it alive. Leadership isn't just running a sport, it's shaping culture, navigating crisis, expanding globally, and keeping fans engaged. Every viral highlight, international broadcast, and player empowerment story is the work of two visionary commissioners, David Stern, the foundation, and Adam Silver, the modernized, digitized, and amplified version of that. The NBA isn't just a league anymore, it's a cultural phenomenon and a global community. David Stern proved respect. Adam Silver proves evolution, connection, and interaction. Both of them changed the rules of engagement, but in complementary ways. Stern showed us the power of structure, discipline, and credibility. Adam Silver shows us the power of connection, immediacy, and digital evolution. The league today thrives on both, balancing reverence for history with the pulse of the present. That will wrap up today's episode. I know that I had talked a little bit about getting into the season preview, breaking down a lot of the divisions and stuff. That is still on the table, but I found as soon as I turned the microphone off on episode 2, I still have a couple more episodes worth of content before we get into the season preview. If you have something that you would like to talk about, to discuss on Roundball Rants, if there is something that you would like me to cover that isn't these random NBA topics, something that you want me to dive more into, reach out to the show. Again, 216-452-8813. An interactive show like this isn't as special without you, the listener, and your participation. For now, my name is Vincent Cooper, and remember, it's not just basketball, it's therapy with a bounce. Thank you again for listening to Roundball Rants, and I'll see you on the next episode.